Hello everyone. Welcome to the third video lecture on the atmosphere and its structure. In the first two videos, we discussed about the composition of atmosphere, and there we learned that the atmosphere contains air, water vapor and dust particles. And the previous two videos, we discussed in detail all the three components: the air, water vapor and dust particles. Now what we are going to do in this video, we will learn about its structure. The two important factors, density and temperature, they decide the layering of the atmosphere. The gases with the high density mostly prevalent in the lower layer of the atmosphere or lower portion of the atmosphere, and the gases with low density are found in the upper layer of the atmosphere or the upper portion of the atmosphere. So one can say the density of the gases decreases with altitude. As one moves away from the surface of the earth, then you will find that density of the gases or density of the air decreases. This constant relation or this relation is, however, not found in case of temperature. Temperature varies and shows not such a kind of linear relationship. Rather, it shows variable relationship. Firstly, it increases or firstly it decreases with the height, then increases with the height again, then again decreases, then again increases. This kind of relationship has been witnessed till now. So, on the basis of temperature, what we are going to do, that we are going to classify the temperature, we are going to classify the atmosphere in 5 different layers, namely troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. And there we will study every layer of the atmosphere in detail. Okay, so first of all we should start with the troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. This is the most close layer to the surface of the earth. The extent or the width, or you can say the thickness of atmosphere, varies from 8 km to 18 km. 8 km for the poles and 18 km for the equator. The reason is very simple for this. Because the air, they are affected by the density and the gravity. The gravity at poles are much more than the gravity at the equator, and this is because of the size of the earth. The distance of pole from the center of earth is less in comparison to distance of the surface of the equator from the center of the earth. And with the distance, the gravity, the effect of gravity of earth decreases. Hence, the gases, you will find the gases at a very high distance. And the convectional air current that we discussed in the last video, the convectional air currents take the air to a great height because of low gravity available there. So this is the one reason that you will find the troposphere till the height of 8 km at the poles and to the height of 18 km at the equators. On an average, you will say that the troposphere exists up to the height of 13 km. 13 km. You can say plus 5, 8 plus 5, 30 and 13 plus 5, 18. This is the average distance is 13 km. This is the average distance of the troposphere from the surface of the earth. Within this limit, you will find troposphere. Now, what is the relation of temperature in this, or what is the behavior of temperature in this layer? You will find that the del x by del t, this is the mathematical way of representing temperature. You will find that del x by del t is 165 meter. What is the meaning of del x by del t? The change in distance per unit change in temperature. It means for every 1 degree Celsius, there is change of 165 meter. It means when you move 165 meter upward, there will be drop of 1 degree Celsius. So let us say you start with the temperature 25 degrees Celsius or 27 degrees Celsius, which is room temperature. Then at the height of this 13 km on an average, you will find the temperature somewhat near about 60 degrees Celsius or 65 degrees Celsius. At poles, you will find the temperature minus 45 degrees Celsius and at the equator you will find temperature minus 80 degrees Celsius because the temperature is decreasing with the altitude. So you can conclude by saying that the temperature in the troposphere decreases with the altitude. But you need to know that after certain height, at the level of 13 km on an average, the temperature after that nearly remain constant. And therefore, to this extent, we call it as tropopause. And after this, the relation or the behavior or the variation of temperature changes its nature. Firstly, with the height, it decreases, and after tropopause, it will start increasing with the altitude or height. So this is the variation or relation of variation of temperature in the troposphere and tropopause. As I mentioned, I will repeat it again, that since the temperature nearly remain constant at a certain height after the troposphere, we call this portion as tropopause. Pause means that there is a slight change or almost no change of temperature. And whatever temperature I have mentioned, the minus 45 degrees Celsius for the poles, minus 80 degrees Celsius for the equator, it is keeping in mind the layer or the height of the tropopause. Okay, so what is tropopause? Tropopause is that layer for which the temperature almost nearly remain constant. So this is the tropopause. Now talking about the importance of troposphere. Troposphere is, as I told you earlier, that it is the most close to the surface of the earth, or this is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. So all the phenomena related to change in the climate, changes in the weather, they take place within this troposphere. So this is the importance of the troposphere. You will find here the dust particles, you will find here the water vapors. In the previous class, I told you that dust particles, they act as hygroscopic nuclei. They absorb the moisture and help in the formation of cloud. It means the formation of cloud, the precipitation, the rainfall, everything, every climate or weather change that takes place within this troposphere. That is why the study of troposphere becomes more relevant or more important than any other portion. Okay, going to the next layer, the stratosphere. The stratosphere from the average height of 13 km extend to a height of 50 km. This is the average height 50 km. Within this layer, the stratosphere, you will find that the presence of ozone layer. In the previous video, I have already mentioned that ozone layer is a protector. It protects the life. It shields the life against the ultraviolet radiations which are harmful. So the ozone layer which protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiation is present in at stratosphere. And at the height of 50 km, again the temperatures remain constant and we say it as stratopause. Then we need to know what happens between the tropopause and stratopause. Here I would like to say that with the altitude here, the temperature increases rather than decreasing. And you can see here that stratopause, at the height of stratopause, that is up to 50 km, you can see the temperature is minus 2 degrees Celsius. From approximately minus 65 degrees Celsius on an average, you will find the temperature goes upward. Or you can say that the temperature starts increasing from the height of this tropopause to the stratopause, within this tropopause to stratopause, from minus 65 degrees Celsius to minus 2 degrees Celsius. Let me show you this with a representative diagram. Let us say this is the bottom layer of the earth and this is the tropopause. This is the line of tropopause. Now from the surface of the earth, and let us say this is the direction of temperature. In this direction I am representing the scale of temperature in this way. So you will find that from the surface of the earth to the tropopause, the temperature decreases. On an average, the temperature decreases. On an average, from 25 degrees Celsius to minus 65 degrees Celsius. But let us say this is the stratopause. Then from minus 65 degrees Celsius, it again starts increasing and reaches to a temperature of minus 2 degrees Celsius. So this is how the two layers are different in respect to the variation of temperature. In troposphere, the temperature decreases with altitude. However, in stratosphere, the temperature increases with altitude. So this is how stratosphere has been defined. Now, we have already talked about the importance before ozone layer. Now talking about mesosphere. Mesosphere just exists at the or above the stratopause. They exist up to the height of 80 km, and here the temperature behaves again as in the troposphere. Here the temperature decreases with altitude, as you can see, to the height of 80 km, where we will see mesopause. Again pause because there is no change in temperature. You will see that temperature at the mesopause is minus 100 degrees Celsius. So you can say temperature varies in mesosphere in such a way that it decreases with the altitude. Finally, now we will talk about ionosphere and exosphere. As you can see here, that ionosphere exists from the height of 80 km to the height of 400 km. This layer contains electrically charged ions, and hence they are called as ionosphere. The electromagnetic waves or the radio waves, they are reflected back to the surface of the earth from this layer only. So you need to remember it, that radio waves are reflected back from the ionosphere because of the presence of electrically charged ions. And above this layer we call it as exosphere. The exosphere, it is still under study, the behavior. However, they contain a highly rarefied gas because they are not so dense, and they gradually merges with the outer space. So this was the whole introduction about the structure of atmosphere, and here we discussed one by one the different layers in brief. For the next class we will discuss the temperature, the pressure, the different other factors related to the atmosphere. For that time, you keep watching the videos, stay connected, subscribe the channel, like the video. Till then, thank you, goodbye.